Capitalism is often called the engine of freedom, and in many ways it has been. It rewards innovation, encourages risk-taking, and gives people the chance to build something of their own. But capitalism is not democracy, and democracy is not capitalism. One is an economic system, the other a political system. They can work together, but only when power stays balanced between markets and citizens. Capitalism emerged in Europe in the 1600s and 1700s as people moved from feudal economies where kings and nobles owned the land to market economies where private individuals could buy, sell, and compete. That freedom to trade and profit helped spark modern science, exploration, and industry. In America, it fueled opportunity and invention, but it also came with cost. Unchecked capitalism concentrates wealth and power. It turns the market from a tool into a master. When money becomes the loudest voice, democracy starts to whisper. The founders of the United States understood that danger. They believed in liberty and property rights, but they also feared monopolies and corruption. Thomas Jefferson warned that banking institutions are more dangerous to our liberties than standing armies. He saw that concentrated wealth could one day threaten self-government just as surely as a king could. Over time, every democracy that embraced capitalism has had to find a balance between freedom to create and responsibility to protect. In the early 1900s, America faced its first great reckoning with industrial capitalism. Massive corporations like Standard Oil and U.S. Steel dominated entire sectors. Wages were low, hours were long, and workers had no voice. That led to the Progressive Era. Laws to break up monopolies, regulate food and drugs, and recognize the right of workers to organize. Those reforms didn't end capitalism. They saved it by keeping it compatible with democracy. After the Great Depression, President Franklin D. Roosevelt expanded the balance through the New Deal. He said, "The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little." His policies didn't destroy the market, they stabilized it and restored trust in it. Post-war America showed how well capitalism can work when prosperity is shared. The middle class grew, wages rose, and the economy became the envy of the world. But beginning in the 1980s, deregulation and globalization shifted that balance again. Profits soared while wages stagnated. CEOs earned hundreds of times more than the average worker. And once again, wealth began to bend democracy to its will. Today, we're seeing what happens when economic inequality becomes political inequality. Campaigns depend on billion-dollar donors. Corporations write the rules meant to regulate them. Citizens feel unheard, and anger replaces faith in the system. Capitalism is at its best when it rewards hard work and creativity. It's at its worst when it rewards manipulation and monopoly. Democracy depends on citizens having equal voice, not equal income. But when money buys speech, equality disappears. The solution isn't to abandon capitalism, it's to realign it with democratic values. That means fair wages, ethical business practices, and tax systems that support opportunity instead of entrenching privilege. It means enforcing antitrust laws so competition stays real and not rigged. It means remembering that markets exist to serve people, not the other way around. Around the world, countries that balance free enterprise with strong social protections, places like Denmark, Canada, and Germany, tend to have higher living standards, lower poverty, and more stable democracies. They prove that capitalism and compassion can coexist. The real question isn't capitalism versus socialism. It's fairness versus exploitation. Do our economic rules serve the common good, or just the few who can afford to influence them? Democracy is supposed to keep that question alive as long as citizens stay informed, engaged, and willing to challenge power. Capitalism can remain a force for freedom. But when we stop paying attention, when we let money replace morality, capitalism begins to consume the democracy that sustains it. The balance is fragile, but it's ours to protect.